Hello again. We'll make this part two. I just finished up the first part, which is the breakout, the buy, the long. So now we'll get to the short of it, and we'll talk about shorting this stock. In the last video, I did go over a little bit on how to short it, but I'll start over again. So let's clear all this stuff. Okay, so let's say, like I was saying, if you're more of a short bias trader, you don't like buying, that's fine. With a stock like this, on any top percentage gainer for the day, you can be very patient. You can just sit back and relax and wait for this stock to do what it's going to do, and look for that good entry, that good solid entry, to wait for it to pull back. And they all do it. Most of them do at some point, right? Especially you see over on the daily chart here. This is the third green day, so for it to go to continue going and going and going, it's pretty tough, especially for something that's considered a penny stock. Penny stock is something considered under 10. I consider it under 5. Um, so we'll go over this. Okay, so you always want to mark out your high days, right, with trend line or horizontal line, whatever you want to call it. So there's your high of day right there. Now you wait for it to pull back, looking for signs of weakness. In my opinion, it still looks very strong because it hasn't pulled back to the VWAP. But so then you watch, and now it's coming back up, right? Starting to come back up, trying to make a break for that high of day. On this candle right here, I'll zoom in right here. That is a good indication that the sellers and shorters are taking over because of this long wick, this long upper shadow. That means the sellers are in charge. So you could definitely short it on the way back down, or if you wanted to be safe, you can draw yourself a trend line on this, right? Somewhere in here. You don't have to get too carried away. So there's your trend line. Once it breaks that trend line, and your buy-in spot, your short spot would be 424. You could give it a little bit of wiggle room if you wanted, but these candles, once it dumps hard and fast. So you want to get in. I would have got in as soon as I saw this. The seller's taken over on this candle. That's a really good indication that it's done. It's gonna pull back. How much? Who knows? But it's a good indication that it's done, especially for a big move that it did. I mean, it went up. What do we got here? Well, 50%. It's a 50% move in a day. That's huge, right? It's a massive move. So once it breaks that, then you can short it. You watch and see what it does around VWAP. So it went below, which is good. That's what you want to see. It did reclaim. So as soon as it reclaims, you're going to really want to watch it. You're going to want to watch it. And right here, you wouldn't want this stock to get above this point here. I would cover there to be safe. Others will take risk on high of days or where they bought in. I'm a little safer that way. Here's another spot you can watch for in here. Any type of support and resistance zones, you're gonna want to watch really closely until it really picks a direction. So you take a look at that. But again, you see this candle here. Right there, you can tell the sellers are really in charge. Right here, those are people shorting it that are shorting that stock back down. They want to make sure that they remain in charge. So then you want to watch. It's dipped below VWAP. It's kind of hanging around, and now it's starting to come down. So that's definitely a good thing. So you could cover right towards the end of the day, but remember, this was on a Friday. So right here, you're going to want to get out around 3 o'clock. You don't want to be involved in this after 3 o'clock because this is what happens. This is all just shorts covering. That's all this is. The shorts covering because no one wants to be short over the weekend because you never know. This stock, it looks strong. It could very easily gap up come Monday morning. So that's how I would play that. Once you start following some real key practices and rules, trading becomes, I don't want to say easy, but it's very predictable. And yeah, you're going to take losses. It's going to happen. But It's all about risk reward. That's the only thing you can manage in playing the markets is your risk. So you want to take high probability trades at all times. You do not want to get involved in trades that are subpar. It happens. I got roped in on PIRS last week. I kind of broke one of my rules. I was shorting a stock that was a real stock that was up on good news, but I figured it gapped up too much, that's kind of a stupid mistake. That's flawed thinking, and I've definitely kicked my own ass over that this week. But I'm over it now. You got to get over your losses nice and quick. But it did fuck me up that day. Um, but uh, but yeah, we're all going to take losses, but it's all about managing risk, right? And not to break your rules. You got a set of rules, and you stick to them no matter what. So draw out your rules, and you will be a more successful trader. But that's how I would have played WKHS, and I will be looking for this on Monday for a continuation. It is up on good news. Now, whether it just kind of consolidates here or it dumps, it could completely dump. It was pretty good news, and because Tesla was mentioned, that's always a really good indication that it's going to move higher. And if you look at the daily here, it's got nothing but open skies now. Once it breaks this, it's a 363 level. And that's a key level it needs to break. But it's broken that, and it's kind of holding that level right there. You see it closed at 362. So that's good. It's 1 cent away from going up on that breakout and continuing higher. So as long as it holds that level come Monday, we'll be in really good shape for a continuation higher, and be looking for a possible short. Let's say if it gets really crazy, and next couple of days or even Monday, who knows, it gets up to that 550 range. Definitely short it back down. Anyways, I hope this helps. Thank you.